My name is Maria, and I am helping P's and Q's with their winter collection. And this is my story. In 1969, my mother came to the United States, and she left us alone with some neighbors because she wanted to make a better life for us. While she was, here in the United States, we never knew if she was going to come back because, life is life, and we were there alone, and we were just kids. We didn't know if she was ever going to come back. But we understood that she wanted to make a better life for us, which brings me to those moments when I have my kids. I wanted to bring them up the same way that my mother brought us. While she was here, working so hard with my dad and sending us money over there so that we can support ourselves. We were all alone until one day she decided she was going to bring all of us back to the United States so that we can be together. And when we were together, I helped my mom. I used to go to school. My mom used to sew, and I used to go to school. And when I came out of school, I would take over to sew because that's what she used to do from home while she cooked and do whatever has to be done in the house. Okay, at that time, I didn't even think about, being a kid. All I thought about was, helping my mom because, she brought us here for a better life, and that's what we were supposed to do. I went to junior high school in the Bronx. Then I went to high school in Manhattan. And from there, I had my first child, which was a girl, which made it harder because I was only 17 and I was still in high school. So I had to work harder. So I was, helping my mom, and at the same time I was working another job because I had to support my daughter because the dad was never there. I went to college. I did my associates. When I was about to graduate, that's when my mom passed away. My father was in the 90s, and my sister was staying with him. So I had to give up everything here in New York, my apartment, and so that I can move in with my sister so I can help her take care of my dad. Then 3 years later, my dad passed away. Then I met this guy, Louis's dad, and I became pregnant again. So I had a second child, which I wasn't planning on having anymore. But I had the second child, and I thought, this is going to be triple work now. But we decided to move to Florida to looking for a better opportunity. But when we got there, we saw that there was no opportunity. We had to stand in a corner selling papayas and fruits so that we can survive. So we decided to come back to New York to get a second job, to get a second opportunity, which I did. I was working for New York University. That's when I started, doing much, much better. And I had a better life. My kids had a better life. My son was going to school right around my job, so it was easier for me. My daughter was like a second mother to him, and that's what made it easier for me. We decided to move to Philadelphia because Louis was being bullied and he was scared to go to school. I applied for some of the schools here in Philly, and he got accepted to all the schools, especially to CHAD, which was architecture and design, because he was very good at, drawing and painting and stuff like that. So once he got accepted, I decided, it's time to go. So I moved to Philly. It was rough because I worked in New York and I lived here. I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, leave Louis alone to go to work while he would walk to school in a very dangerous area, and then get home at 8 o'clock at night. I didn't have a life, but I was making a sacrifice. I feel like they feel the responsibility and, what we really went through, and, that they don't have a taste of that. Like, we come as immigrants here, and we don't know what to expect. We didn't know what to expect then. We had to do what we had to do. In this changing world, everything's different now. We never had what the kids nowadays have. Like, we didn't know what was a color TV. We didn't know what was a game console. We didn't know what was a game. None of that stuff. These kids nowadays, they have everything, but it's because of the sacrifice that the parents made. You know what I mean? And that's what I want my kids to understand. It's not that I'm old-fashioned. It's just that I was able to give you whatever I was able to give you. I was able to put you through school by myself. I didn't need help from anybody else. I did it by myself. I want to thank my parents for all the sacrifices that they made. And now that I am more mature, I understand all the sacrifices they went through. And now I understand what it is to sacrifice your life for your kids. Mom, Dad, I know you're watching. My family made a lot of sacrifices, and I made a lot of sacrifices too in raising my kids. Now my kids are having kids so they can have a better life. My name is Maria, and this is my story. Whoa. Oh my God, I can't believe it.